Hello, eating disorder recovery world. It's me. This is a very inopportune time to make a video, but I feel like those are the only times when I used to make them daily, it was always inopportune and I said do it fast. So this is going to be hopefully a short and concise message. But I think it's one that's important and maybe one that I haven't done a video in a while, period. But I don't think I've talked about the rut that we can get into when we're trying to recover, of retaining and absorbing and seeking information about how to recover. Tips on how to deal with body image, practical tools on how to eat unrestrictedly, the steps that you take to enter recovery. It's they're phrase it however you want, but there are literally thousands and thousands of hours online, aside from even my own channel, which is probably that. But there's a wealth of knowledge out there, and it's good to acquire knowledge. But if you're doing nothing with that knowledge, are you wasting your time? I'm going to say, yeah, you're actually wasting your time watching my videos if you're not applying anything that I'm talking about. So there's that phrase, knowledge is power, but really applied knowledge is power. So if you're retaining a bunch of information, you're doing nothing with it, I guess if you were to sit down and take a test at the end of your life, you're going to pass it, right? But if you're not applying any of the knowledge that you're gaining, then you're wasting your time. You're not, especially if you have a goal of recovering, no book is going to help you. You could write your own book, I'm sure. No book is actually going to help you be able. There's about 5 of Hazel's friends here I just saw in the background I wasn't aware of that were over. But you're going to spend so much time. You could probably write your own book. You could start your own channel. You could do all of the things because when I'm coaching someone, I'm like, I know you already know everything I'm saying. My job as a coach is to help you to apply this knowledge, right? Help you to stay accountable, help you to keep that mindset, right? A growth mindset keeps you feeling like you're succeeding, progressing, moving towards a goal. And that is what I love about coaching. However, even if you hire me to coach you, you're like, okay, Becky, fine. You're right. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. I'm going to hire you as a coach and then I'm going to apply that knowledge and boom, there we go. Cause I hired you, right? And even hiring me as a coach is not applied knowledge. You have to take it a step further. You have to actually apply the things we're talking about when I'm coaching you, because I can say things that I will say and I'm like, man, I needed to hear that in my own recovery. That would have helped so much. And it's falling on deaf ears. Do you know why it's falling on deaf ears? Because from week to week when I'm talking to a client, if they're not practicing and they're not applying the things that we're talking about, it's going in one ear out the other. It's really not sinking in. It's not benefiting them the same way as if they're applying it. So oftentimes I'll have a client ask me about body image before they've literally even made a dent in their own recovery. I'm just so worried about the body image. I'm so worried about being judged. I'm so worried about what my family's going to think of me. I'm so worried about what my friends will think of me. I'm so worried about what my spouse is going to think of me. I'm so worried. And they've yet to budge. They've yet to do anything. And I'm like, I used to spend time talking about this before someone entered recovery. Do you know what I think I was doing? I think I was exasperating the problem. I think I was reassuring them, hoping that would, ease their anxiety or discomfort about it, but it was just exasperating their anxiety. What I found is the most productive coaching I can do is when you are in it, when you are in the trenches, when you are thick and covered in anxiety because you're actually experiencing the changes in your body because you're doing recovery and you're really struggling with body image, you're not projecting or thinking about the future, how hard it'll be, you're actually in it, then the words that I'm saying about body image, you're going to soak up like a sponge because you're desperate, because you have no other out. You're like, I know I'm going to recover. I know I have to get through this. Becky, give me anything. I need anything. I will practice. I will apply. And those are the people who get through the body image piece, not just through it, but they actually do the work around body image. And they actually find that freedom that lies on the other side of all of that really hard, sometimes icky, uncomfortable, ugly, messy feeling that you have to go through in order to kind of overcome and plow down that fear that you have of being judged, that fear of not accepting your own body, of others not accepting it. And so my favorite coaching, obviously, like I said again, is, and not that this video is not about what's Becky's favorite kind of coaching. Really, my favorite kind of coaching, and the reason it's my favorite is because people recover. But it's when people actually are applying the knowledge they're learning in my videos. They're applying the one-on-one, like specialized advice I'm giving them for their, you know, their very particular situation that they're in. I kind of think of it as like, someone will ask me before they start, you know, I could be working with them for months and I'll still say before they start, because they've been talking about starting for months and they sense that I'm getting frustrated. And they'll ask that question, I just don't know what am I going to do in college when I gain that weight and everyone's noticing? And I apply it to something like, well, it's like me giving you a really foggy lens and asking you to look through it. Can you see what I'm looking at? And you're like, huh? It's all, I can't see. Well, look closer. And you're like, but the lens is so foggy, I can't see. And I'm like, well, look closer. And it's like, not going to happen. The lens is really foggy and they cannot see through to the other side. It's the same thing when I'm trying to talk to someone about body image before they started. There's a very foggy lens there. Nothing, they can't see what I'm talking about. But as you go through recovery and you get to that place where you're in it, like I talked about, the lens gets a little clearer. And then what I'm asking you to see, you can actually see. What I'm asking you to experience, you're going to experience. And you're going to come out a stronger, better, more confident person because of it. Okay? I was also talking about how this approach to recovery is not glamorous. If you can think about like a drawer full of tools, tons of tools, and you've got like your electric drill and you have your like cool jackhammer and you have like all these really cool tools. And then in the very back corner, you have this like really dinky, rusty, crappy tool that like, I don't know why it's in there. Literally like no one has ever touched it and it just looks like it's going to do nothing, right? What happens when you're in recovery, and usually before someone gets to me, is they've opened the toolbox, the drawer, and they see they've already tried all the tools. They've tried like the flashy, you know, electric drill, and they've tried the really fancy, shiny new hammer, and they've tried all the things, and they're just like, I don't know what, like I can't, nothing, I have not been able to recover. And I've tried all the tools. I've tried every approach, except for this one approach, that really rusty tool in the back corner that you don't want to touch because it's like, ugh, it's just not very appealing. It looks useless. It looks like it's not going to do anything. No one's touching it. Like no one's using that tool because it's so rusty and it's just not glamorous. And that's the approach that I coach is, yeah, I'm going to ask you to get that one in the back corner you've been avoiding and that you think isn't going to work. And what happens when people do that? They're like, whoa, this is a magical tool. I'm actually able to use this. I'm actually getting somewhere. I'm actually putting together, right? Whatever it is they're trying to put together. I'm actually accomplishing goals now with this tool. And it's because that makes sense. This approach to recovery makes logical sense. It's not glamorous. It's not checking all the boxes your eating disorder so badly wants in recovery, like structure and meal plan and permission seeking and crazy amounts of praise from, you know, your therapist or dietitian. You're not able to micromanage it on a, you know, weighing yourself on a scale. It's like, I really want all those tools though. And I'm saying, no, it's actually just this simple. It's just this really old, rusty tool that's going to get you where you're trying to get. So anyways, why am I telling you this? Because I think sometimes people are looking for answers because this one feels hard. They want to make it seem as though, and not just convince others around, but they want to convince themselves that they're doing recovery because look at all the things they're doing, all the things they're paying for, all the things that they, you know, are signing up for and showing up for every week. Like, look at all the things. And it's like, actually, you don't even need me as a coach. Like if you've watched my videos, you have all the knowledge. You have by the way, like pick 5 or 10 of my videos and you have all the knowledge you need to recover. I really mean that. So if you've watched them multiple times, is this doing me any favors? Like as far as marketing goes? No, but it's the truth. If you've watched these over and over again, and you're not applying them, stop watching them. I don't even want your views. I really don't. But if you're watching them and you're applying them and they're actually helping you, then that's why I'm making videos. And I think that's why I've taken a big hiatus on top of being really busy and on top of having nothing else to say that I feel like is beneficial that would add to what I've already said in my videos. I think that's why I don't feel this like passion behind it. I feel like it's just enabling people to like sit around on their couch and just watch more feel-good videos about one day in this, you know, dream world when they eventually like recovery falls into their lap, then they'll know what to do because they've watched all these videos. And it's like, no, actually these videos are meant to be applied in real time. Okay, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That will tell me that you're applying the video. Only give me a thumbs up if you're gonna apply it. And subscribe. I just said that, I'm like, gag. But seriously, subscribe if in fact it's helping you and you're applying it, then I'll make more videos. But I just feel like when I get someone say, you know, I've watched all your videos 100 times each, I'm like, oh, yikes, this is obviously not helping people. You should not be doing that. You should not be doing that. It's okay to reference back, again, if you're in the thick of it, but that is not intended for me just to have people saying they're doing recovery because they're watching my videos. That I have other things to do, and you should be doing other things that are more entertaining. If you're gonna be on YouTube, like go watch, I don't know, funny cat videos or something. But if you're gonna watch my videos, please give yourself a chance to recover and please apply the knowledge that you're learning. And that is my message today. I felt passionate about it, even in this hectic afternoon that I have. I felt like if I tried, this is what I do. I'm like, oh, I'll make one tomorrow. And then I'm like, what was I gonna talk about? So I had to just push record and say it. So anyways, have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you're out in the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.